Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Design with Roosevelt. Continuing with CSWA Practice Problems, today we'll work on question 7.14. Let's take a look at this question. So in this question, unit of measurement is millimeter gram second. Like always, we need to ensure we are using the same unit of measurement in SolidWorks setting. Now, looking at this question, we have the 3D model, top view, front view, and section AA. My preference is to focus on the exterior of this geometry. As you can see, we have one cylinder, second one, and a third one. I'm going to make these cylinders using revolve bus command. Then after that, I will focus on these ribs and finally making the cutout in this geometry. So with this introduction, let's jump into SolidWorks and start modeling this part. In SolidWorks, first we need to check unit of measurement, and you can see that we have millimeter gram second, which is a correct unit of measurement. Now click on a sketch and choose front plane. Here, because I'm dealing with the symmetric geometry, I click on line command, I select center line, and I'm going to make a vertical center line and also one horizontal center line. Now, let's start with line command and make a line. Start from here, go up, going to right, going down, going on angle, going back to this center line. Now let's add some dimensions. Click on the Smart Dimension. If you look at section AA, you can see that the overall height of the geometry should be 8 mm. So I click on this line, click on the center line, and this mirror distance should be 8 mm. Looking at the top view, you can see that the outer diameter of this geometry should be 8 mm. So I click on this line, I select center line, and this distance should be 8 mm. The inner diameter should be 5 mm. So I click on a line and this distance should be 5 mm. The angle between this line and horizontal line should be 30 degrees. As you can see, we have a change in geometry. So simply grab this point and move it back. Awesome. Now looking at the front view, length of this part of the geometry should be 2 mm. And finally, looking at section AA, you can see that the diameter of this section, the narrow section, should be 6 mm. So this distance should be 6 mm. And now you can see that we have a fully defined geometry. All I need to do is to use mirror command to make the other half of the geometry. So from sketch, I click on mirror entities. I select all these lines. For mirror line, I click on this horizontal line and I click on OK, and that's it. So that's a fully defined 2D sketch that we need for revolve bus command. Now, in order to use revolve bus command, you can click on feature, you can click on revolve bus, and here you need to select axis of rotation. So click on this box and choose this vertical line, and SolidWorks automatically select the contour and will do revolve bus command for you. Click on OK, and that's it. So that's the base of the geometry. Now, next step is to focus on making the ribs. So here, click on a sketch, click on a sketch. From this drop-down menu, choose top plane. Because we're going to have a symmetric geometry, I click on line command and I'm going to make one vertical center line. I also make one horizontal center line. Click on line command and let's start from here, go down, change it to arc command, and then go to right. According to the top view, distance between this line and symmetric line should be 2 mm. And because it's shown with typical term, that means this distance also should be 2 mm. Also, the radius for this fillet should be 0.5 mm. And now you can see that we have a fully defined sketch. All we need is this curve to close the contour. In order to make that curve, you can click on Convert Entities. Select this edge, click on OK, and now you have this edge. Now let's clean it up. Click on Trim Entities, and let's get rid of this part, and this part. And now you can see this is the contour left for us. Click on Feature, click on Extrude Bus, and then here we need to extrude this. There are many ways to extrude this feature. One approach is to use midplane and then add the total length of the feature. If you want to find the total length of the feature, it should be 8 millimeter minus 0.25 minus 0.25, which is 7.5 millimeter. So you can go with midplane option and the height of 7.5 millimeter and make the object. But this approach requires some calculation, like basically you need to calculate the overall height. If you don't like that approach, the other approach is to use offset from surface and modeling only half of the feature. So click on offset from surface, click on this surface, and we need 0.25 millimeter offset. So 0.25, and now you can see the feature. So basically we are extruding this feature all the way to this surface with 0.25 millimeter offset or gap. Click on OK, and that's it. So that's half of the feature. In order to make the other half, we can use mirror command. So from feature, click on mirror entities. For mirror face, click on a drop-down menu and choose top plane. And now you can see the preview. Click on OK. If you get this message, it's just because SolidWorks is trying to recalculate all the features for this feature, which makes some error. In order to get rid of this error, simply click on geometry pattern. Basically, by selecting this option, you're asking SolidWorks to simply copy this geometry without doing the calculation. Click on OK, and that's it. So now you can see the preview. Awesome. So now we have this feature. All we need to do is to use circular pattern to make 3 more. So from feature, click on this drop-down menu, choose circular pattern. For the reference, choose this edge. Quantity 4 is correct. And then we need mirror command 2. Okay, you can see the preview. Same as before, make sure that geometry pattern is selected. Click on OK, and that's it. So now you have all these 4 features. Last step is to make a cutout. Click on the sketch, click on the sketch, and from the drop-down menu, you can either go with a front plane or right plane. It doesn't matter as long as you make the cutout because it's a symmetric geometry. So I choose front plane. Here, because the cutout is symmetric, click on center line and let's make a center line here. Now click on rectangle command and let's make a rectangle. Click on this line, hold control, center line, this line, and choose symmetric. Click on smart dimension, and for the width of this feature, we need 1 millimeter. And now you can see that we have a fully defined geometry. Click on feature, click on extrude cut. For the extrude cut, we want to go all the way from left to right. So click on OK, and that's it. So that's the final cutout that we need for this geometry. And basically, that's the final geometry that we need. Now it's time to check the volume and make sure that this model is correct. Let's go back to the question and check the final answer. In the question, you can see the total volume here. The total volume is 196 cubic millimeters. Let's go back to our model and check the volume for our model. In SolidWorks, in order to check the volume, you can click on Evaluate and then Mass Properties, and here you can see the total volume. The total volume that we have is 196.06 cubic millimeters. If you round down this number, you're going to get exactly the same answer as shown in the question, which is 196 cubic millimeters. Okay, awesome. That's it. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comment about this video, please leave comments down below. Thanks again for watching. My name is Rusbe. Hope to see you again soon in the next videos.